Hey, party people, it's Cliff, and it is a bright day out today. Man, so bright. But I hope you guys are enjoying your morning, or evening, or afternoon, whatever it may be. Our gate's stuck open. That happens every once in a while. This fellow looks like he's chilling, so that's good. Man, I saw an article yesterday. It got underneath, it didn't get underneath my skin, but it did get underneath my skin a little bit. And I suppose every article that has this phrase, that has self-made. You know, nobody in this world is self-made. Nobody. It's like, oh, you're a billionaire? Somebody paid you to be a billionaire. You know? Like, oh, you're that's the phrase. It's like, I'm a self-made millionaire, self-made billionaire, self-made business. I built this business on my own. It's like, no, you didn't. I mean, it's obvious, and I just hate that phrase. And it's not so much a hate, but you know what it's trying to do. It's trying to implement and make you think that this person who's, all pomp and circumstance, and the youngest billionaire ever, or the youngest this, people want that rarity, and rarity, increases that, when something's rare, like the Mona Lisa or art, paintings, like people want more of it, people want it. So like self-made billionaire, self-made whatever, that's like a rare, that's like a rare, that tricks your brain into thinking it's rare, but it's not. Nobody is self-made. Everybody depends on everyone else. We're humans. We depend on community. We depend on working together in order to solve problems, in order to gain trust. And through that trust and solving problems, that's where value, and that's where, things come in. That's where, in our day and age, that's where the money is made. So, and I saw an article, it's like, Mr. Beast, this self-made millionaire, it's like, I can't stop working, I work 15 hours a day. It's like, yeah, okay. I work 15 hours a day. Everybody works 15 hours a day. You're not, like, the only reason you're more popular is because you figured out the algorithm on YouTube. You figured out, exactly what is going to stimulate people watching videos, and you figured out that, it's just like that's how it works, and you're popular now until the next kid comes in, and that's how the Hollywood system works. Is like, you have your moment, and then you're trapped. You have to keep doing the things, or else you're not going to do anything, and that's the and it's like, no, you're not self-made. It's like, your YouTube videos, like, first, the YouTube platform gives you your platform, right? Second, the Amazon show, and I'm just singling out like Mr. Beast because I saw that video the other day, and I'm like, yeah, good. Like, at the same time, good on him. Do the thing. You're popular. That's great. But don't have this dumbass article. It's not his fault either. It's like, don't have this dumbass article where, like, self-made, and I do this and I do that, and it's an interview, and it's like, no, it's not. You can say I enjoy working 15 hours a day because that's what it's interesting, this gas station over here is all roped off for some reason. Maybe there is no gas coming in. I'm in California. No, that's funny. But but yeah, I guess that leads to a bigger thing. It's like, we all got to work together. Working together is what gets us all of the cool things in life. And being self-made, like, that phrase is just like, doesn't it's a trick. That's what it is. It's an article trick, and it's a gotcha bait. It's just like all these gotcha titles, 10 things, how to lose a guy in 10 days or whatever, or the one thing that is going to make your life an awesome thing, like, I can't believe it's not butter, right? Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't wonder what's happened at that gas station. Oh, well. we'll see. I did fill up gas the other day at Costco, so it should be good for about 2 weeks, and then we'll see what happens. Golly, yeah, it looks like they got cones out everywhere in this school and whatnot. What an interesting, like, usually Thursdays are not busy, but now it's like, we're driving as slow as molasses up to work, but it's all good. Anyway, that's my rant. It's like, nobody is self-made. It doesn't matter what your business is. It doesn't matter where you were born. If you're a human watching this video, you are not self-made. You are reliant on others, right? Just like I am reliant on the humans that built this car. I am reliant on the humans that made this phone. I am reliant on the humans that, is going, when I upload this video, I am reliant on the whole system that humans have built in order to make the thing go. And this whole self-made bullshit article stuff is like, no, you're not self-made. You can say, I would say more of an appropriate one is like, it's how do you get the titles? How do you capture the attention, right? But a more appropriate title would be, how why Mr. Beast works 15 hours a day despite being worth X amount of billions of dollars. I'd be like, oh, well, that's interesting. Well, why would he do that? Like if you had millions of dollars, it's like, why would you continue working, right? A lot of folks will be like, well, if I have $1 million, I would just retire, go on vacation, drink martinis at the beach, not do anything. But to be there and be like, self-made billionaire, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, nothing against the, the MB there. Nothing against him, but it's just like, I think Kylie Jenner or whatever, or like the Kardashians, it's like, no, you're not. You're not self-made. You have teams of people. You have makeup artists. You have camera crews. You have, like, Instagram is the platform that is built, And then on top of that, you have people that are advertising it, that are saying like, oh yeah, I want to buy all your stuff, like, and wasting money there. I don't think you should. Not in this day and age. Although it was interesting though. There was one girl at work, lovely, friends with her, but every day she would come in with a new outfit, and I complimented her on that, and from that I learned, I always talked with her and I learned something from her, and it's kind of like the same, it's like her, like, wearing, just, looking great and like feeling great and wearing clothes, like a different set of clothes every single day. And I never saw her wear the same outfit once. Never did. I don't know how she turned it around, but it was a hobby for her. And it was just like the hobby that she did. Just like, me, I have a hobby of playing video games. I'm sure, like, if people who watch this channel probably have a hobby of some sort. People have hobbies doing cars. People have hobbies doing, doing whatever, doing knitting or whatever. Underwater basket weaving, that's actually a funny thing. But I always found that interesting that, everybody's got everybody can stick with a hobby and like enjoy that hobby, and it might be a little bit foreign to you. Like, just it was foreign to me. I wear the same exact, like, look at all the videos. I wear the same, like, 5 shirts. Like, I am not a fashion connoisseur. I do not want to go to, like, those fashion runway shows. I do not want to I don't want to buy a stupid handbag for my future wife or girlfriend because it's like a status symbol. It's like, no, the status symbol is going to be, the impact that I have on society. And I've done pretty well so far, even though I've gotten like no views on any of these videos, which is hilarious. But yeah, like, we live in a world, an economy where you have to work together with other people. And if you don't work together with other people, or you're, heaven forbid you call yourself an introvert or anything like that, like, even if you are like an introvert, and you stay at home all day, like, well, okay, and you don't leave your house, well, all right, you're depending on DoorDash for one. You're depending on these food delivery services. You don't have a car, you're depending on Uber, to drive you around. Like, you don't, and you have a TV and a computer, and it's like, so you're depending on Microsoft and Apple and all the other people around you that are pushing updates to your phones and to your computers so it can connect to the internet. It's like, no, you're not really an introvert. Like you have connectivity to everyone else. It's just like you have this, not you, but there's this like layer between you and somebody else. And like the best feeling in the world is like, getting together with other people, like, solving problems together and like figuring stuff out and making something cool. So, self-made, it's just like a stab. This is like, why don't you stab my wrist and throw me in the tub? Like, oh my gosh. Anyways. Oh damn, this gas station too. Look at that. That's all roped off. I don't know. Oh, but they're replacing stuff though. They're fixing things. That's interesting. 2 gas stations on my way to work. We'll see what happens. That's all you can do, man. It's like, we'll see what happens. And if the world doesn't work together, to get us the things that we want, then, things stop doing. They stop going. And then when things stop going, well, you know the deal. I don't know what the future is gonna hold. I just know that nobody's gonna be self-made. I mean, like, let's think about it. Like, even that guy who's on the who's like the primitive tools or whatever guy. Like, he's not self-made. I mean, first off, he's got a camera to film himself, but let's pretend he doesn't have the camera. He's got his pants. His pants are not, he didn't make those pants out in the middle of the woods. Somebody else made those pants. I mean, the only person that would be, a self, whatever it is, I can't even remember the phrase now. I'm so irked. I mean, the guy, like, the only person in this entire world that would be self-sufficient, or self-reliant would be a baby that was raised by wolves. And even so, it's like the mother and father, they had to birth that baby somewhere, like in a hospital, or in a place. Like, are they going to birth them in the middle of the woods and then say, like, here you go, wolves? No, the wolves are going to say, like, wow, thanks for the snack. Oh man, maybe that's what I ought to do, is just get all like amped up on silly things. Just like, why is this guy doing what he's doing in front of us? I should really put the front forward facing videos on here, because then you'll see all the crazy traffic stuff going on. Man, what a day. It's gonna be a good day. I feel excited. I feel amped up. And yeah, that's all you can do, man. Like, you can wake up one day and be like, all right, I got my responsibilities to do, I got my things to do. You do them, and then at the end of the day, you go home, you do some more stuff, and then you sleep, and you go to sleep, and you wake up, and then you do it again. And I think self-made, that's what it is. I almost forgot. But yeah, to kind of top it all off, like, I'm the kind of person that really enjoys working together with other people, especially if they're good people and they want to help you out as well. And yeah, the days are tough, and work sucks, but at the same time, like, depending on what you do and depending on the people that you surround yourself with, like, it can be very rewarding, like, and crazy enough, like, there's a lot of videos of folks, my age, 45. I know I don't look 45, but I am 45, who have made alternate decisions in their life and they're not doing so well, and I'm like, you know, I don't know what to tell them or what to do, because you know, for instance, like I have three. I like this is my third car. You know, after like what, 30? No, not 30 years. Yeah, after 30. No, after 29 years of driving, this is my third car. You don't need another like car. You know, I don't know. Maybe a topic for a different time. But self-made, nobody's self-made. Maybe that's the connection that I'm thinking of. It's like, you know, people who've lost their you know, people who've lost their jobs, or people that are down on their luck, or people that are, you know, maybe in a small town or whatever, or unemployed, or like, what was me? It's just like, you gotta, you know, working with other people is how you get out of that rut. Is you know, it's like, you know, find a group, you know, doesn't have to be much. It could be like, you know, I think I heard a story about like this one guy, you know, had a life, hit his 40s, you know, met up with another guy, and they restored a car together. You know, it's like having a project. It's doing something that, you know, sort of like, you know, gave them purpose, right? You know, so yeah, that's the whole deal. It's like, self-made, no such thing. You know, work together with other people, good people, you know, support them, they'll support you, and you'll thrive together. And I suppose that's it for today. And I hope you guys have a good one. Be safe out there.